everybody, and welcome back. Here we are with the Charity Soft Leadership Team. We have Ryan, Danielle, and Lucas. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, thank you.
Now, the question that's on everybody's mind, finally, is what are the numbers for this year?
Some figures.
So the total number is 182,000. The Terry Fox number.
Wow.
So the Terry Fox portion of that is $68,000.
And the Shinerama total is 112,000.
That's awesome.
What, round of applause.
To everybody supporting charity. Yes.
Well, guys, since we have those numbers right out, I mean, those are some fabulous numbers. It's really high up there. Can we maybe get kind of a comparison to last year? Are we on a steady increase? Are we kind of leveling out? Do you know much about last year?
Last year we actually did 195,000.
Okay,
so
wow.
It was a bit of a decrease. There were a couple different causes of that.
All right.
I think there were some changes in the program generally that
So
affected it a little
what
bit.
can be done to sort of keep it from now on an incline, do you think?
Well, we took a lot of new strategies this year to make up for losses that we knew were coming, and that's why the margin was less than we had actually expected when we heard about some of the changes to the program.
Okay.
So we're going to keep going with those strategies. We found them really effective. We had an aggressive external promotions effort this year. We had more involvement from the London community than we had in previous years, which was really excellent things to see.
Okay. Well, either way, the number, I mean, more or less, it's a huge number nonetheless. All the money's going to charity.
Of course.
Let's focus on the two charities, which I know you guys raise money for. Do you want to talk a little bit about the Terry Fox side specifically, and then the other one hand in hand? Did they kind of work together? Were you guys separate? Tell us a little bit about the charities and what went on during the week.
Okay, well, the first charity is Shinerama.
Okay.
So that's supporting cystic fibrosis, which
Right.
is a genetic disease that affects the digestive and lungs. And it is separate from Terry Fox, so they are two separate charities. Although we do have one team, we run our campaign separately, and they are two separate foundations and two separate causes. So Lucas can talk a bit about Terry Fox.
So we do keep our fundraisers for both events separate because they are for different causes and they both represent two excellent things, but two very distinct things. So Terry Fox is all about who he was, right? For that foundation, the message is just as important as the money that you raise, because it really demonstrates excellent Canadian. And the fact that cancer affects so many people, you gotta just consider that when you think about Terry Fox, right? He did it for kids. If you look at what he was saying when he started the run, and it's turned into something so much larger than an already big event. So it's a pretty unique foundation.
I think the one thing that not everyone knows is that it used to be two separate teams too. And 2 years ago it amalgamated into one. And what it's allowed us to do is really, instead of competing with each other, we can share resources and work together as one unit, and it's worked out a lot better for both the foundations over the 2 years.
So much work is involved in creating these events and being able to accumulate these numbers. So I can imagine with all this work that needs to be done, do you guys have any favorite memories in regarding to planning or interacting with all the people supporting the charities?
I remember one that I saw during O Week when you guys all kind of lined up in a half circle, and you guys were wearing the shirts, and every time someone spoke, they unzipped the shirt, and you guys had the Cure shirts on. I remember that like it was yesterday. It was actually phenomenal. The head softs all spoke. But I mean, do you guys have ones which kind of stand out in your minds?
It's kind of weird. I think the coolest part for me was the big barbecue day, which it was like the most stressful day for us because we were feeding everybody, but it was also really cool to see everyone come through and all the work pay off.
One of my favorite moments was on Shine Day itself. It was crazy in the morning, just getting phone calls from everyone when things went wrong or buses weren't where they were supposed to be, things like that. And then there was just this feeling when everyone was out, and it was just calm, and you just knew that there were so many people out in the London community raising money, and that's a real cool feeling.
Awesome.
For me, on Terry Fox run day, I got to see my dad run across the starting line. I was holding the ribbon. Seeing everyone go with him, that was a pretty special moment for me. So.
Wow, it's really wonderful. So it doesn't end here. What do we have to look forward to as far as charity-wise is concerned for the next few months?
Well, for us, our job is wrap up for the campaign that happened during a weekend, the week after the run day. We're getting very close to that. We're looking forward to it quite a bit.
Yes, sure.
And then because of Western's effort with both these campaigns, it's sort of a year-long process. So our job, after we finish and send the checks off to the foundation, will be to help the new team learn what they need to do and watch them take their own success with it and provide whatever support we can. So it's really like all softening, it is a year-long commitment. But our time with the actual campaigns we ran in 2010 is coming to a bit of a close.
Well, obviously with you guys and your dedication, great things are to come because great things already happened this year. So thank you so much, you guys, for joining us on the Big Purple Couch.